Audio's already running, so fuck it. Welcome to another episode of Smack Talk, Leave It on the Court. I am your host, Cerebral. I got one of my co-hosts with me today. Joe, what's going on, Joe?
What up, bro? What up?
To be honest with you, we're both kind of playing hurt. Joe's sick and I'm hungover.
Yep.
So,
a little bit.
Fuck it. Let's just get into it, shall we? We got week 8 of NFL to talk about. Do you want to wait? What game do you want to get into? You want to get into how I have it listed?
Go ahead.
All right, fuck it. First game we're going to talk about the Bears, the hometown team, versus the Jets tonight. Or not tonight. It's a noon game. Bears are trying to bounce back from... they're trying to string together 2 straight wins. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore.
You're tripping, dude.
No.
Y'all lost last week.
You lost to the Patriots.
I don't know why you thought you were going to beat the Patriots.
Closer than we all thought.
I mean, we all said that the Bears, their losses will probably be a one-possession game, one-score game.
All season I've been saying that, yes.
You look at Mitch Trubisky's stats, you look at Tom Brady's stats, they're pretty much equal. So,
but it's Mitch Trubisky and it's Tom Brady.
Is it either saying that Tom Brady's having a bad season or Mitch is having a good season?
That's been an argument for a lot of people.
I mean, if you ask me, Mitch is still considered a rookie. I mean, he don't really have that much experience.
Yeah, no, because if you get past his NFL experience, he has minimal NFL college experience.
That's definitely Tom Brady playing at a lesser level. I mean, he's 41 years old.
Yeah, I mean, it's more reasonable to say that it's a decline on Tom Brady's part than it is Mitch Trubisky becoming that kind of player.
But it's a good sign.
Definitely, because he's had moments, he's had throws that, as a Bears fan, you look at and you say, okay, maybe I can be a little excited about this kid. As far as the Jets go, the Jets have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries on offense and defense. They're starting running backs out. They got some key defenders out. And they're starting a true rookie quarterback that turns the ball over a lot. Khalil Mack is questionable for this game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a I really don't know what to think of this game until the game starts.
I mean, it's not really a must-win situation for either team. I mean, neither of the teams are playing for anything really this year significant. I mean, the Bears are playing for development and getting ready for next year. The Jets are the Jets.
Well, the Jets are the Jets for sure, but the Bears found themselves in a very peculiar position where they weren't expecting to play for anything, but they could be back in first place in this division depending on how things go, and they're getting ready to start three I want to say 3 straight division games.
Yeah.
And really just the meat of their schedule.
Buffalo, Detroit, Minnesota, Detroit.
Yeah, so you still got Buffalo in the Buffalo game to play, but then after that you've got 3 straight division games, and really the meat of your schedule, and that's really going to dictate where the Bears go. So winning this game goes a long way with all of that.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I just with Minnesota, and I know Green Bay is not what Green Bay is, but you're not winning the division. You can call that now, week 8.
I probably would agree with you more than not, but I don't see us not being able to beat Minnesota. I don't see us not being able to beat Detroit. I don't see us not being able to beat Buffalo. But I can also see a situation where we lose all those games.
I was hoping you weren't going to say you could beat Green Bay because,
well, I mean,
they still got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and he is particularly really good, along with that guy Randall Cobb against the Bears.
He's starting to get into the groove right now.
Well, yeah, like they had that bye week and
900 yards in 2 games.
Yeah,
I mean.
He's starting to get healthier, and that's scary because he's been putting up numbers with a bad ankle.
Right.
So he's got some rest under him, and we'll see. So who are you picking for this game? Bears, Jets.
You got a quarter? Flip a coin. I would probably pick the Bears just strictly off their defense.
Yeah, their defense needs to have a bounce back game, and I agree with you. I'm picking them to kind of to run this game, in all honesty, and I mean that.
Offenses are pretty much equal. passing games equal, rushing games equal. You just got the spread on the defense. So
I think that the Bears defense are going to control this game, and then
they're at home.
You got to start feeding the ball to Howard. You really do.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Nagy did say he was going to be the focal point of the offense, and you see Tariq Cohen going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a guy able to put up numbers in that fashion, you're willing to change your mind. But yeah, no, that was the point of it, was Howard to be the focal point of the offense, and it just hasn't happened yet. So we'll see.
He's got 90 attempts on 311 yards.
That's bad.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So we'll see. So we're both going to pick the Bears in this game. Next game is Ravens versus Panthers.
Who beat the Ravens last week?
Who that?
Huh?
Hey, I know you were nervous in the second half.
What? I was nervous when they scored that fucking touchdown. I said, "Oh shit, we're going into overtime." Nope, he missed a fucking extra point.
Tucker, man, this is not a year for kickers.
And Baltimore is a very good 4-3 team.
Very good 4-3 team.
Very good.
And their kicker is probably one of the best, if not the best in the league. Top 3 for sure. When he's missing extra point kicks, all right, man, all y'all don't really stand a chance. Like, everybody gets a mulligan.
That was solid as fuck.
I know you were celebrating that shit.
What? That son of a bitch scored that touchdown. I said, God damn it, we're going into overtime.
Y'all been in a few overtime games
and then
too this year.
He fucking missed. I mean, I think Baltimore is gonna kind of carry, kind of just run with this game. I mean, you got the 27th ranked offense going against the 3rd best defense, which last week they were number 1, I believe.
Yeah, I keep watching Cam Newton just make it work.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented guy. He's a talented quarterback.
He's got top 3 talent.
With no weapons.
Right. And he says, fuck the running back, fuck the receivers, I'll do it my damn self. And that's basically what he's done all year. And it hasn't looked pretty. It's not always fun to watch, but he's getting W's on the board. And he's getting fourth quarter drives.
Yeah.
I personally picked against the Panthers, even though last week I kind of wanted to pick the Panthers when they play the Eagles, but I went against it, just my mindset and everything. I'm not going to do that this week. I'm actually going to go with the Panthers.
Really?
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Even with the Baltimore's defense?
Even with the Baltimore's defense. Now, what the Saints did, they proved that they can be beaten in the second half.
Yeah.
So,
but you also have a team that hasn't let up a second half touchdown all season.
True.
Up until last week.
Up until that point.
Right.
And you got Super Cam that's just going to be like, you know what, whatever it takes. That's how he's been playing. He's been playing like however it takes.
Yeah.
Like, I've got him on my fantasy team, and I've watched the points he's been putting up. The shit don't really make sense, but he is doing whatever. Like, rushing, throwing, whatever. Like, he doesn't care how he gets it, but he's going to get it. So I'm picking the Panthers.
I'm going with Baltimore. Definitely going with Baltimore.
Probably the game of the week next, Packers versus Rams.
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is the only reason why.
I was gonna say, like, the Packers are like legitimately like
overall not a great team.
You take fucking Aaron Rodgers out of there, and the offense is shit. It's trash.
Yeah,
their defense is surprisingly solid this
year. Better
year.
than everyone thought it would be. 100%. Clay Matthews stopped getting called for roughing the passer.
Packers did beat them last year too.
Yeah, but I don't think they were ready last year.
The Packers beat the Rams last year.
I know, but I don't think the Rams were ready last year.
Rams were a pretty
good team last year. They were good, but in close game situations, I don't think they had the experience to go up against an Aaron Rodgers.
I think that Rams fucking offense is just gonna.
It's incredible.
I need a 50 ball from Jared Goff.
I picked up their kicker in free agency. I'm not dropping them.
I bet.
like extra point. I'm rolling. I'm definitely rolling.
Yep. I mean, the Packers' downside is no running game.
No running game, and you have to go into this game if you're a Packer fan with the shootout mentality, because that Rams offense has been able to do whatever they want all year. They are the perceived best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
Todd Gurley already has 11 touchdowns.
He's a monster.
Todd Gurley already has 11 touchdowns.
An absolute monster.
And that's just rushing. I want to see how many overall touchdowns
and he's never making it off of the keeper list in our fantasy league until it's time to retire. Like, that's it.
I'll get him out of Chubbs. I'll trade all my draft picks.
Wait. So
I'll trade all my fucking draft picks. Say, here, you're going to have my next 5 first rounders.
Just give me Todd.
Just give me Todd Gurley. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
So anyway, while you're looking for that,
11 rushing and 3 receiving. So he's already got 14 touchdowns.
That's a season.
That's a season.
That's a good season. That's damn near a great season. That is a great season.
I know. LaDainian Tomlinson had the 28 rushing. Right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
21 rushing or 28 rushing. I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna get to the 28 rushing, but he's gonna fuck around and have like 30 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's phenomenal.
Damn! Wow, that's nuts.
They feature him heavy. I mean, he's their best offensive player.
You can't stop him, so it don't matter what happens. You can't stop him.
And it's getting colder, so you're gonna run the ball more. And granted, I mean, they do play in LA, but they're going to be in situations where they're going to be in cold weather.
Right.
So, I look at this as the Rams' defense actually has not impressed me this season.
No, but it's not terrible.
No, and they haven't needed to be overly impressive yet.
You got a high-scoring offense.
You have a high-scoring offense. That
an offense that keeps the defense off the field.
But I haven't seen Sue and Darnold really take over the game yet, and that's kind of what everybody's expectations were at the beginning of the season, for those guys to really just run the line of scrimmage and the offense really didn't need to be developed, but the offense is probably top 3 in the league.
Todd Gurley has 22 touchdowns in his last 10 games.
Fuck.
That matches his total for the entire Green Bay offense over that span. And there's more than 9 other teams in the NFL.
Todd Gurley, that guy.
Man. And AK I remember AK drafted him.
2 years ago?
A couple years ago. Played like shit, didn't pick him up.
Oh, yeah. Because Jared Goff was atrocious his rookie year. He was absolutely atrocious, and the offense was purely just Todd Gurley, and it didn't work. I remember that wholeheartedly. That was when Fisher was still the head coach.
Todd Gurley has scored more points than the Bills this season.
Well, it's the Bills.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. Fuck Green Bay.
I'm actually with you on that. I'm going with the Rams too. So, we're only doing 4 matchups. We're only doing 4 matchups today, and we're gonna get to
because the Steelers and Browns are gonna tie.
Dude, if they tie again,
I just hope Pittsburgh loses. That's all I hope for.
First off, Le'Veon Bell still hasn't showed back up.
Who? We're still talking about this dude? Who fucking cares?
The motherfucker said he was. Only reason why I bring it up is because he said he was coming back this week.
Why do you think he said that? So people can start talking about him again. Nobody gives a shit, dude. It's over with now. The only people that care are fantasy owners.
That's true.
Pittsburgh kind of just whatever, dude. We're gonna rock without you, whatever. It's just getting old and annoying, man.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Le'Veon Bell and the Steelers because I actually do agree with you. I kind of feel the same way. So, the last matchup for as far as NFL is concerned that we're going to talk about is Joe's beloved Saints against the Minnesota Vikings.
Rematch. Fucking bullshit.
Y'all going to run up the score on them?
I mean, I hope.
I hope so, too.
How do we have the 20th ranked offense?
See, I look at some of these
10th
rankings.
ranked defense?
I stopped looking at these rankings because I look at them and it's like, I know better. Like, my eyes tell me differently. My eyes tell me 100% differently. That's why when you brought up the whole 27th rank offense, I was like, nah, I've watched them play. Like, it doesn't look great, but it's better than the 27th rank offense.
I mean, as much as I want to say we're going to go in and beat the shit out of the Vikings, I mean, we know what happened last year in the playoffs.
The Vikings were a much better team last year, though.
Yeah.
A much better team.
They were.
They've had their games where they look like that team still, but overall, they're not even close.
Adam Thielen's going to have a fucking field day.
Dude, he's been eating all season. He's going to be numbers wise the best receiver in the NFL this year.
Yep.
I don't even think it's close.
Drew Brees has a hard time winning the games on the road in primetime games, it says right here.
I mean, but in this situation, he's going to be in a dome. He's going to be in a controlled environment. It's best suited for him in this situation. I mean, Drew Brees is having a MVP caliber season, if you ask me.
77 completion rate, 1,900 yards, 13 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah. Like, that's 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, probably for this point, the touchdown rate might be a little low.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
he's got no interceptions.
No interceptions. And it's Drew fucking Brees.
But hold on, I was just looking at Aaron Rodgers' overall stats, and I don't think they were far off. Let's see. He's got 2,000 yards. He's only got 12 touchdowns and an interception.
One? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So, I mean, he's right there.
Definitely should have two. That Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, you want to get started on that? You want to bring that back up?
I feel like at the end of the season, between that game and the Dolphins game, I'm going to have a lot more gripes than I already do.
I mean, I don't know why, though. I mean, like, I know you want to, like, back your team, but, I mean, fuck, bro. You guys, even if you guys do make the playoffs, you really think you're going to win a game? With the Rams going to make the playoffs?
I mean, if the Bears make the playoffs, I will be elated just off of that.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's all bonus.
But now, next year, you have
expectations are through the roof.
Yeah, they're fucking high. You have to make the playoffs.
I would rather
win a playoff game.
I would rather have a team where expectations are let's make the playoffs and let's fucking do this than we'll see. Because I've been in we'll see mode. Honestly, like, this is actually the first year I've been in even we'll see mode. It hasn't been that feeling. I haven't been excited about Bears football legitimately in almost 6 years. 4 years. I'll say 4 years. The first Trust Me year, I was excited. The first Trust Me year, and halfway through the second year, I was like, I see what this is.
Yeah, play calling was fucking atrocious. Terrible play calling.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm never gonna pick against the Saints. I'm going with the Saints.
For the points I said about the Vikings, Kirk Cousins is actually having a good season, but that defense has taken probably 3-4 steps back. Now, if you have this version of Kirk Cousins on that Vikings team last year with that defense,
right?
They probably are in the Super Bowl, if not winning the Super Bowl in their home stadium. But now their injuries, timing, I don't care what you call it, they're not the same team, and I don't think that they're going to be able to beat the Saints.
You got Adam Thielen with 822 yards on 67 catches.
Balling.
Stephon Diggs just
not same.
Dalvin Cook,
not same.
Not the same. He never got established. Latavius Murray, I mean, your weapon is Adam Thielen.
Yeah. And I think in this back half of the season, everybody knows that. Now, can they stop it? I don't know, because now you're figuring out is Thielen an elite level receiver?
It's hard to say no, but it's also hard to say yeah, because, I mean, you got receivers like Julio. I mean, Julio of a couple years ago.
Out of the box.
That year in and year out, come with it. Antonio Brown coming with it.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Thielen's fresh on the scene.
Yeah. He had 1 year already. He's in the middle of his second year. If he finishes out the second year strong, he's going to be a must.
He's the best receiver right now.
Yeah.
Yes, no doubt. No
But I
doubt.
also think that some of the other receivers that we would normally have on that list are having down seasons.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Big time.
Julio being probably the biggest of those.
And, I mean, Matt Ryan's having a good year, so it's like, is it Julio or is it the play calling? Is it the double teams?
Is it their
What
connection?
is it?
What is it? Yeah.
It's something. It's not talent. I'll tell you that.
No, because, we've talked about it. I do not know why Julio cannot get in the box.
Right.
Calvin Ridley has gotten in the box several times.
5.
Freaking Goddamn Coleman, man. I bench him when he scores a fucking touchdown.
Well, yeah, that's how it works. It's fantasy football, dude.
And fucking Michelle gets hurt. Like in the first like 4 or
As soon
5
as I
plays.
seen that, I said, okay, I'm going to have a chance to win.
Said, oh, this some old bullshit.
Bullshit.
He fumbled and got hurt.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know why Julio can't get in the box at all. It doesn't make any sense. You're too good to have had this long of a stretch without getting into the box.
Oh, yeah. Way too good.
But fuck Julio. So you're picking the Saints, obviously. I'm gonna go with the Saints. So I've got a lot of rooting interest in the Saints at this point.
I'm sure you fucking do.
They are directly tied to the success of my fantasy team.
Directly.
Speaking of, last week me and Joe were going head to head. He's gonna hate me, but
You got fucking lucky, bro. There's nothing to be mad about. You just got lucky. You needed Sterling Shepard. I needed Sterling Shepard to have a Sterling Shepard game, and he didn't have one.
he had 5 catches, 175 yards. No box, but I don't care. You got me 22
You don't
points.
fucking need it. All you
I
needed was
9.
like 9 points.
I needed 9 from him, and he gave me 22 piece.
Fantasy football's the stupidest fucking thing on earth.
So I titled last week's episode, I Hate Fantasy. This week's episode might have needed to be that too. But it's okay, Joe, because
It's stupid.
this is the
It's
game.
dumb.
This week is the game that I've had circled since the beginning of the season.
If I lose this week,
You're out.
I'm dropping all my good players, picking up shitty players, starting the shitty players, getting last place, fuck the Dick Award, and I'm getting the fucking first draft pick.
Now, if you get that Dick Award, it's going to have to be right here on this table.
I don't give a shit. You can put it right fucking there.
And now we will make sure we slide it in your direction. I don't want no confusion on that shit. So me and Dion have positioned ourselves out of the Call With Your Dick Out award, which I'm very happy about. Congratulations to us. Round of applause for us. But this week is very big because it's honestly before like the schedule and any shit like that. This is the only game of the season that I was looking at and said, I better win this fucking game. And it's me versus D-Mop.
You never beat Dion, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I got to beat this guy. Look, I'm trying to break a lot of curses this year in fantasy, and so far I'm doing really good. I'm 5-2. I've got one of the best scoring teams in the league, though I also have one of the highest scoring against teams in the league, but that's fine. That means I can handle that shit.
Yep, and you still aren't in first place.
Fuck Colin, first off. Fuck Colin. He beat me on some bullshit because they wanted to have a welcome back Mark Ingram game. That's the only reason why he beat me.
Yeah, you got the third most points.
Yeah.
Third most points.
Yeah.
At least you probably make the playoffs this year.
Yo.
Unless
I'm keeping what I'm saying. If I don't make the playoffs, I'm quitting. I'm fucking quitting.
Yeah, Dion's definitely going to beat you, though.
Bro, nah.
Yeah. All
Not
right.
happening.
All right.
Nah. I'll kick him out.
All right. Whatever you think's going to happen.
So yeah, fantasy is. I'm really paying attention this week because I'm not trying to take L. I'm trying to get to 6-2. Trying to have a great game. All that good shit. So, any other NFL notes you want to have? No. Let's get our World Series take in and get the fuck out of this out of the World Series part of the podcast. Red Sox are up 3-1. Could close out tonight. Actually,
As expected.
David Price versus Clayton Kershaw, 2 not good playoff pitchers.
Nope.
Expectations.
Green jacket, blue jacket, who gives a shit? I don't fucking care about the World Series. I mean, I definitely don't want to see the Dodgers win. That's for damn fucking sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially just given the way that their seasons played out, like that could have been us. But you couldn't get your shit together.
100% agree. I want to see the Dodgers lose and Manny Machado just chuck up the deuces.
He's not even the fucking reason they got there.
100% not.
You know what I mean? So it's like
they gave up a decent amount to get him there.
Yeah, they did.
I think they kind of look at it as a foregone conclusion that he's going to stay. I don't think it is. Granted, yeah, they're in the World Series, and that's all nice and well, but keeping Manny Machado is going to be a big deal. It's going to take a lot more than just saying, well, we were this close. I think, though he hasn't been in a winning situation in Baltimore realistically ever. They've never really had a chance in Baltimore. I've watched the first two games. I watched a good portion of the first two games. I did not watch last night at all. But the Red Sox are just a better team.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we knew that before. We knew that when the playoffs started. I think AK
we knew that halfway through the season.
Yeah, we did. I think AK was the only person in the world that legitimately thought that the Red Sox were going to lose to the Yankees.
He did and he didn't. I'll back him up on that.
Yeah, he's not here. So
he did and he didn't. I mean, of course, he's Yankee down all the way and fuck everything else. Oh, no, I'm a Cubs fan. I root for you guys. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Well,
No, you don't.
I've never seen him root for a Chicago team in my life.
And so, I mean, yeah, it took a lot of him for to say that Boston. I mean, he knows Boston's the better team. I mean, how do you deny that?
Have you ever seen AK?
I'm just saying, like, as much as he would root for the Yankees, he would also say,
yeah, he gave
Boston
he gave
a good fucking team.
JD
Great
Martinez a
fucking
few player of the weeks, a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he recognized that. But for the first half of the season, he says, just let's get to the playoffs. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, true. But his argument is, all the games other than that 16-2 dumpster fire, we were in it. Well, okay, but you got outscored on the series by like
enough
17 runs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You weren't. I mean, it's impossible to argue with them if you guys haven't already found that out.
I'm gonna find a subject to be able to successfully argue with them.
No, you can't, bro. It's impossible.
Yo, the look on Justin Tucker's face. His eyes was wide open, like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, he was salty for sure.
This motherfucker I missed. Anyway, so I mean, personally, I'm ready for the World Series to be over. I've not cared. For me, baseball has been over for like a month now. That's how I've treated it in my personal life. I've watched, like I said, I've watched a handful of games, but I'm good. I'm actually good.
I mean, I don't want to get into the Cubs rant at all, but
It hurts.
not even that. It's just about future moves. Like, where do we go from here now?
It's really tough. I mean, realistically, whatever they do, I'm not going to be able to judge it realistically until we get to the start of next season.
You have to re-sign Daniel Murphy.
Yeah.
You have to at this point.
You're in a situation where you have zero choice.
You have to.
And it's not like Daniel Murphy played bad. He actually did bring, like, especially when he first came to the team.
He batted 300 for us the time he was there.
He gave the offense a spark, especially in the beginning of that trade. So yeah, you need to bring Daniel Murphy back. I mean, you don't have a middle of your infield right now, like a completed version of that. If you don't sign him,
I mean, you could put Hap there, but you don't know what he is offensively yet.
And defensively, in that I don't trust him in that spot defensively, not for consistency. So just go ahead and sign old man Murphy, and we'll talk about it later.
Yep.
Okay. No more World Series. Oh, actually, I do want to stay on baseball a little bit. Part of the reason why we have not cared about baseball for the better part of a month, at least between you and I, AK is a little bit more recent, is because baseball is known as a regional sport. More so than any of the major three, if your team's not in it, you don't really care. Basketball, you can still watch, basketball without your team being in it. Playoff basketball.
Playoff basketball. I mean, for what? To watch Golden State win again? I mean, no. I don't watch playoff basketball. For the sake of the show and having something to talk about, yeah, I'll tune in. But if you ask me, who cares? Golden State's going to win this year. Who gives a shit? What's the point of watching it? To watch LeBron and the Lakers barely struggle to get to 500?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For what? To watch his legacy decrease?
I think that there are some interesting storylines in basketball. I do ultimately Warriors winning the championship. I do agree with that.
Because there's no team in the West that's going to compete with them.
And
I mean, Boston could get rolling and might make a slight run.
Yeah, they're the best case scenario. Overall.
You got Steph, who just dropped 51 in 3 quarters,
and he looked like such a jackass doing it, and I loved it. Absolutely love watching it.
I mean, you got Steph, who, when you look at the all-time 3 points made, he's played half of the games that these guys have, and he's already top 5
right there.
He's
knocking on the door.
I mean, if you ask me, the NBA is boring.
I think once you get to the finals, it's boring. I think in the playoffs last year were incredibly entertaining.
What series though?
You could go
Boston,
Celtics.
Philly.
Yeah, you could go that series. You can go realistically, though. I think we all knew the outcome. You could go Boston, Cleveland,
Houston, Golden State.
Houston, Golden State was probably the first time that we all legitimately thought Golden State was going to lose.
No, I thought Golden State was going to lose when KD and Russ had them up 3-1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's that too.
So I mean, Golden State, you
can't count them out.
They're the dynasty.
Yeah,
they're the Bulls in the '90s. You know the outcome before you even.
For sure. So, is this what it was like to not be a Bulls fan in the '90s?
Probably. It was probably the worst fucking thing ever. It was probably fucking
Why are we
terrible.
still watching, man? This motherfucker Michael's going to take the last shot. He's going to make it. Fuck the Bulls.
Right. Unless it was pre-championship, you know what I mean?
Right.
But they weren't the Bulls then.
Yeah, that was early '90s, though. So, but the point that I'm getting to is that, I mean, obviously, NFL's the NFL. My team hasn't been in it in years, and yet I still have watched the NFL.
Now, NFL, yes, you tune into every playoff game because it's. I feel like maybe because it's a one-game series.
Yeah,
and you get right to the point. Mm-hmm. You don't got to sit there and watch the same series for a whole week unless your team's in it. Then you obviously have.
But my point is that the thing that the NFL and NBA have in common that baseball is terrible at is marketing their star players. Baseball is atrocious at marketing their star players.
Yeah.
In comparison. I mean, like NFL players wear helmets and you know their faces better than you do the star players in baseball. You just do.
If you don't watch.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Manny Machado walking down the street, that's Manny Machado.
I don't think that he's going to get that.
If I'm walking down the street, I'm going to say that's fucking Manny Machado.
I take people like me, you, and AK out of it because we know, like, I know Bryce Harper walking down the street. I know Mike Trout walking down the street. I know Manny Machado walking down the street. But I think Manny Machado could walk down the street, could walk down Michigan Avenue in Chicago and nobody bother him. I really do think he could walk an entire city block and nobody bother him at all.
Could be possible.
Jewelry, chain, all that shit.
But that also comes to the point of baseball players aren't loud and flashy like basketball and football players.
Have you ever seen Javi Baez?
I mean, okay, for the most part.
Yeah.
You got football players, diamond chains, loud, whole entourage with them.
Manny Machado is that version, though. If of baseball players, the Latin players especially are that as close as you're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So, but I do hear you.
But the NFL and NBA is predominantly black.
Yeah.
Chains, loud, entourage,
and they're bigger.
Bigger. I mean, you just know right away.
You know it.
That's somebody famous.
More
Let
so
me
than
see who that is.
This dude's 6'5", lanky.
Right. Especially, I mean, basketball players for sure. They stick out like sore thumbs. Mm-hmm. The smallest players are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
And they're 8 inches taller than the average person that's walking down the street.
Right.
So I just feel like an average baseball player, baseball cap on, jacket, You know what I
everyday
mean?
guy.
You can't. It's hard to differentiate who they are.
I think that's got a lot to do with why people don't kind of rush to it. Just like those marketable stars, like Shaq is a character,
Right.
LeBron is. You're gonna want to watch.
But you also, baseball is considered a dying sport. You got these millennials and Generation X coming up. They don't fucking care about baseball. They're not playing Little League.
What are they playing? Because they're not playing football.
They're playing fucking Fortnite, dude. Like, good God, get off the fucking video game. I don't even want to get started on that. It's terrible. And they're going to be running the country one day. Now, don't get me wrong. Not all the eggs are bad, but a fucking good majority of them is absolutely fucking retarded. Fortnite this, flossing, doing the dances. It's like, do you guys intermingle with anybody outside of social media and video games?
It's a new way of doing life, and it's the way we grew up is
The
difficult.
parents didn't grow up that way, so why are they letting their kids do it? Because it's easy.
Easier.
Throw them in front of a screen.
Yeah, I don't gotta watch.
Call it a day. I don't need to watch them. They're sitting on the couch watching TV.
That's essentially what's happened. I guess my point of can we fix baseball is we probably can't.
No, you can't. There's not going to be enough people that want to sit there for a 3-hour game and watch it.
I think the best
Because they say there's nothing going on. Okay, well, bullshit. I see 2 guys on, 2 outs. The pitcher's coming up. They need to
stressful.
They need to switch hit him or pinch hit him, and you know what I mean.
Right,
like you see all that
the
as
little
it's happening.
nuances and all that shit. 100% agree.
Basketball and football, it's he scored.
Yeah.
He dunked the ball. He shot the 3.
Yeah.
It's not like baseball where, damn, 3-2, 2 outs. He's probably gonna throw a slider here, or is he gonna throw a fastball high? You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking when I'm watching a baseball game.
Yeah, a lot of pitches in baseball are anticlimactic.
So I guess you could say the newer generations aren't as intelligent. They don't see it the same way we do. They want to see the high, flashy dunking and touchdowns and.
I don't want to say not as intelligent. I don't want to give them that because they do have smarts in areas that we don't. It's just their attention spans are different.
They don't have smarts and common sense. I'll tell you that right motherfucking now.
That's a different conversation.
That you ask me what's bigger, common sense or book smart, I'm going with common sense. Me and you can sit down and read any book we want and figure out the information in it, but you can't teach common sense unless you have the real life experiences.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, man.
All right, I'm going to get Joe off this tangent because he's got a thing against. Technically, we're millennials, so whatever the generation is behind us, I don't even know. I'm done talking
by
baseball.
default, we're millennials.
Yeah, by default. We don't have that.
Not mindset.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So this week, I know you got the same notification on your phone that I did.
About Leonard Fournette?
But you dropped him yet.
No, I can't. He was my fucking keeper. I have to keep him. I can't drop him. What notification are you talking about?
The Houston Rockets proposed.
Oh, the 4 first-round draft picks?
4 first-round draft picks with Jimmy Butler.
That's basically saying, look, we're trying to win now. We don't give a fuck what happens after this year.
And Tips is thinking about backing out of that.
How do you back out of that? You're going to get 4. Yeah, their picks might not be valuable because they'll probably still make the playoff the next 2, 3, maybe 4 years.
I look at the Rockets as if they don't win it now, they're going to blow the whole thing up.
I mean, Chris Paul doesn't have much time left.
No.
We have no idea what Melo is going to bring to the table.
He actually had a decent game the other night. Yeah, like 24 points, 6 for 10 from 3. All of his points were from 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, but what's going to happen when it's down to the nitty-gritty?
I agree.
Because you don't have that player like LeBron that can dig you out of a hole.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the Lakers, they got to figure their shit out, too. I feel like they're a little bit too talented to be 2-4. Granted, they are in the West, and it's going to be a tougher schedule, but
they've lost close.
You got some ballers over there.
Yeah.
Some ballers. And you got...
That suspension hurt them a lot. Those suspensions.
Well...
And it should have, as was the whole point.
Well, don't spit in somebody's fucking face then, Rondo.
And don't run across the court to just throw a haymaker for no reason.
he fucking spits in Chris Paul's face. Chris Paul.
Wait. Did you see? There's a meme that said, where it showed like the frame by frame of Chris Paul getting punched, and it said, "Call State Farm."
Call State Farm. I feel like the Lakers are just they are young, so maybe I shouldn't say talented and experienced, but I mean they got the potential.
Like chemistry is the thing that they don't have right now. More
you
so
got
than
Cleveland 0-6.
Not a shock.
Not a shock at all.
Not a shock at all. Do you know what the price of the tickets were for their game? They played.
Oh, they were probably passing them out like the White Sox do.
They played. I think it was like the Nets. I could be wrong on the team, but the point is, to get into the building was $2. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Goodbye, booming Cleveland economy.
Yeah,
that shit's done.
Who goes to Cleveland?
I did once, and I wasn't happy about it.
You go to Cleveland for vacation? What did Joakim say?
No, it wasn't for vacation. It was definitely work. But yeah. You get to the downtown area, you look around, and it's like, I'm ready to go back home.
I mean, baseball team's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Football team could possibly get started. Possibly get started.
They got some positive. They got some positives to them. Obviously,
but
this year's
the
not
Cavs are cooked.
They're done.
Cooked.
They're done until the NBA gives them like 3 straight first number 1 overall picks again, and they fuck that up again probably.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
how do you not take that deal?
I feel like
he doesn't want to fucking be there anyway.
You're not
right.
You're not getting a better deal than that, right?
Fuck no.
Like 0 chance you're getting a better deal than that.
He don't want to be anywhere fucking else. Right or wrong?
Right.
So what the problem is?
And at the same time, unfortunately, your star players are proving Jimmy Butler 100% right at the same time. Karl Anthony Towns has looked uninterested at the start of the season. He took a 3-pointer from Steph Curry range just because he didn't feel like trying. And it's something when Derrick Rose is getting involved. Derrick Rose walked up to him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" If Derrick Rose is saying something, it's a problem.
Yep.
It's a huge problem. So I don't know if their lackluster start to the season play-wise has been because Jimmy called them out so publicly, but all you guys are doing are proving him right.
Yeah.
Jimmy is looking like an asshole, but he's looking like a right asshole.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. I'm not mad at Jimmy at all at this situation right now. But if you get offered 4 first-round draft picks, there's maybe 3 players in the history of the NBA that you say no. With that shit. Shaq, LeBron, Michael.
That'll bring some solid defense to Houston. They lost,
which they need.
Left.
Because you can't tell me who's guarding KD in the conference finals. You can't tell me who's going to have any level of success. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think Jimmy can do it either.
No, it might slow it down a tad, but
that's your best hope.
Still gonna have 25
at least. And then you got all those other guys doing all that stuff. That's why Golden State is where they are.
KD's bitch ass is gonna get paid so much fucking money, dude.
He is.
He's gonna have 3 rings.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
I don't see if Tibbs passes on this.
They're dumb. They're dumb.
If Tibbs passes on this,
it doesn't matter where that excuse me. It doesn't matter where that pick falls in the first round for Houston. It's still a valuable pick for them.
4. There's 4 of them. 4.
Hey man, I don't know.
I can't remember 4 first-round draft picks getting moved around for one player since Chris Webber.
Clear up some cap space, too. But nobody wants to go to fucking Minnesota.
That's why it's only draft picks. You ain't got to give shit else up.
I'm just talking about, like, trying to make it a free agent destination.
That's true. Nobody does want to go to Minnesota. One, because it's cold as fuck in the winter there. Like, bad. And 2, your star players, have got a lot of question marks attached to him. But then again, when Kevin Garnett was there and he was a star player, nobody was going there then.
Right.
So,
but free agency was also a lot different in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was hard. Now. It was harder to get free agents.
I mean, not harder. It's just the movement was lessened. It wasn't as highly prolific, and I mean, it's just different.
Yeah,
just different. Times are changing.
But you look at it now. I mean, they are a team that the only way that they're going to get to a championship level is through the draft. So you have an opportunity to get 4 first-round draft picks. I feel like you have to take it. Like I said, there's only 3 players in basketball history where I'm looking at it and I'm saying, nah, I'm not taking that deal. And Jimmy Butler's not one of those guys.
Right.
I love Jimmy. I love watching Jimmy play. He's a phenomenal player in my eyes. But he's not worth 4 first-round draft picks. So if somebody offers you that, like, where do I sign? Mm-hmm. I'm back on the Tibbs is going to get fired by the end of the year train.
You know, when we first got him, when the Bulls first got Tibbs, it was okay. We got a solid coach.
Definitely.
Now it's like, bro.
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you on, bro?
You've ruined probably 5 or 6 players'
careers. Body, knees, head, shoulders,
and the worst
everything.
Is, these motherfuckers still love him. Lou Aldang still loves him. Derrick Rose still loves him. Joakim Noah still loves him. Mm-hmm. Kirk Heinrich had to retire after a playoff game, basically. Because he said, my legs don't work no more, coach, I'm done.
The only 2 unbeaten teams are Milwaukee and Toronto.
Yeah, when I posted that, before I posted that question, I think there were like 3 or 4 to you. So you got Milwaukee and you've got Toronto. 2 teams that,
they're not even 2 of the best teams that have 1 loss. They're just not. They're not better than Golden State.
Milwaukee, 100% agree with you. Toronto with Kawhi, I'm willing to shoot them bail.
I don't think so. I mean, it's hard to say because Kawhi didn't really play too much last year.
Right.
And that was his first year without Tim Duncan, right?
No, they played a full season without Tim Duncan.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think he's got what it takes to lead the team like LeBron or
a vocal leader. 100% agree. He's never going to be that guy, but he can lead by example. And last year he gave a really shitty example. But if he plays the way that he's played to start off the season, I think that Kawhi is definitely an upgrade from DeRozan. And I don't think DeRozan is a bad player at all, but I do think Kawhi is an upgrade.
Yeah.
That combined with the fact that you don't have to worry about the boogeyman, aka LeBron James, in the Eastern Conference anymore. You can play with confidence in the entire East. There's 2 teams, if you're a Toronto Raptors fan, that you really got to worry about. One is definitely the Boston Celtics, and I think the second is the 76ers. I say I think mainly because they got to show me that they're making the improvements that they need to make. Markel Fultz is a question mark at best at this point, and Ben Simmons still can't shoot the ball.
Nope.
So you're not going to be a top 2 or 3 team in the league, let alone in your own conference, if those 2 things continue.
True. Very true.
So I can see a situation where the Toronto Raptors are in the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston, and I don't think they're better than Boston, just because Boston is so freaking deep. But they did beat them straight up already once.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, I think I said this, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I was so confident in Milwaukee, and they let me down last year. I'm not on that train yet.
No.
Not even close. So and I like the Greek Freak. I like the Greek Freak a lot.
Yeah, but what help does he have? Chris Middleton is solid.
The only player the only player that I know for sure on that team besides Giannis is Tony Snell.
Tony Snell ain't on the team. Oh yeah, he is.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon's decent. Eric Bledsoe, but I mean, these are all players that
they're just guys. They're not even names.
They do have Matthew Dellavedova.
I still can't fucking stand Dellavedova.
No,
still
kill him. They did pick up Dante DiFincenzo though, that from from Villanova.
Okay.
A white boy that was shooting the shit out the ball.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know, man. Give it a couple weeks before I even think about basketball, to be honest. Especially with the Bulls doing what they're doing. I mean, it's a good sign that Zach LaVine's playing good.
Last night was his first game without 30 points, and he had 27.
He had 27.
Yeah. So, from the scores aspect, he can put the ball in the hole. His shooting percentage isn't bad either, which is really, really nice to see.
We need marketing back.
We need marketing back. We need
we
Dunn
need
back.
Fred Hoiberg out of there.
We need marketing back. We need Dunn back. I can't believe I'm saying this. We need Bobby Portis back. And yeah, we probably need Fred out of there.
Fred got to go, bro.
It's time.
He's got to go.
After this season, I don't want any excuses. You don't need to keep him after this year.
Right, because you gave him time to get the players that he wanted.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. Now, you took a couple detours, and that is the front office's fault. But you've got players more aligned to what he's looking for, and
he's a college coach, man. It's just
and there's nothing wrong with that.
He's not equivalent to Nick Saban by any means, so don't think I'm comparing them. But
of course. Right.
It's the Nick, you know what I mean? You go to the NFL, you play like you can't coach worth the fucking dick, and then you go to college and you're the absolute god in Alabama.
I don't think he was atrocious in Miami. Saban was.
He wasn't fucking good.
They're 8-8.
He wasn't fucking good.
They're on the right path.
At least in college, you get the players you want.
100%. You get the players you want, and you run it like a dictatorship.
You have a lot more control than you do with these guys that...
It's a dictatorship.
With these guys that are making more fucking money than you. You know what I mean?
These guys don't
like, why the fuck I'm going to listen to you? I make more than you. You listen to me.
Yeah, I'm going to get you fired.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do that in college.
Right.
Especially not to guys like
No,
Nick
you
Saban.
lose your fucking scholarship and your chance at the NFL.
If a player said that to Nick Saban, he's laughing them out of his office.
Bye.
You'll never see.
Overall number one recruit, 5-star, it don't matter. Bye.
You're going to have to suck
He's gonna have to
back on this field.
He's going to have to hold up his other hand and say, you see how many fucking rings I got, kid? Get the fuck out of my office. You see the way he was talking to the reporters a couple weeks ago, right?
Bro, he talks to the reporters with the biggest of balls.
Fuck it. Why not?
They can't do shit to him.
What are they going to say? You're the best fucking college coach possibly ever. But right now, for sure.
Yeah.
I hate Alabama, too.
But you can't tell me a team that you legitimately think is going to beat them.
Ain't none. I mean,
Especially
and the
with
teams
their
that do
offense.
beat them are just like, damn, they came to play today.
Uh-huh.
Or when you beat them in the college playoffs, it's like, damn. Well, we
A lot
fell
of shit
asleep.
had to go right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not something where they're like, that team was better than us and they beat us. No,
Yeah.
it's
It was
we
that
fucked
day.
up.
It was
They
that day.
capitalized, and it was just that situation.
It almost happened last. Oh, last year. I do think Georgia probably was the better team, but they fell asleep.
I don't watch college football.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I couldn't even tell you who I mean, I would assume Alabama's the number one
They're always number one.
right now. But other than that, it's just not my thing.
No. Shit, what were we talking about before then? I got off track. So we were talking Fred Hoiberg. Okay.
Gotta go.
The Bulls, look, the Bulls are an accidental tank, and I'm not upset about it because we don't have enough talent.
Tank, lose every fucking game. I hope they don't win another game this year.
I'd be cool with it. I'm rolling.
Tank,
I'm
2-80.
100%.
Fuck it.
It's the worst team in history.
Fuck it.
Just like have Bobby start another fight in the locker room, punch a couple players in the face, break some.
I don't know.
sockets.
Mirotic is balling now, and I really wish we fucking had him.
But you know what? And
Because Bobby ain't gonna ever reach that potential as far as putting the ball in the fucking bucket.
no, he's not.
No way.
No.
So if you ask me, would I rather have Mirotic or Portis? Come back, Nico.
I will say this.
But Nico needed that. He
He
needed
needed
to
a change of scenery because at the time when he came back and he was balling, all of us were saying it's a matter of time for him to go back to old Nico. Because we've seen those spurts from Nico, and he just needed. Now, could he have kept that going here? Potentially, but we don't know. And we had gotten to the point where it was like, all right, I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing March Nico Miletich. I'm tired of seeing that shit.
Right.
Like, get the fuck out. Bye.
Right.
Let's get a first round draft pick for you somehow, some way. We got the best that we could at the time, and now Nico's dropping 30 balls.
Easy.
Now, he fits that system in New Orleans perfectly. So I don't think you were going. That's the best situation for him. I don't think you were going to get him optimized like that anywhere else. So that probably makes it look that much worse. Having Anthony Davis makes it that much easier for him. We don't have an Anthony Davis on our team.
Nope.
A lot of teams don't.
Hopefully we do though in the future.
Yeah. Hopefully at the end of the season he says deuces to the dirty New Orleans and comes on back home. Mm-hmm. He still has his family still lives out here. He's still got a lot of friends out here. Just come back home. It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's gonna fuck us roster wise as far as like a lot of the guys we've drafted in the last handful of years, but whatever.
Tough shit.
I'm willing to deal with it.
We gotta win.
Yeah. One last thing, and then we'll get to our players of the week.
Oh shit.
I say it out loud now, just for you and AK, because never. It was projected that the Phil versus Tiger pay-per-view is going to cost $19.99. Thanksgiving.
Run that.
I knew you would say that. A lot of people are saying it's too much money, but in all honesty, what did you expect it to cost? I'm just happy it doesn't cost $50.
Is too much money, $20?
I've heard that.
I mean, but see, if you're not a golf fan, you don't give a shit.
Right.
If you don't understand the significance of Phil and fucking Tiger, you don't give a shit.
One-on-one, there's no crowd. There's not going to be any tickets sold, like live tickets for the actual event. It's all going to be pay-per-view revenue.
Really? Nobody can even get in?
Mm-mm. Private game.
All right, here we go.
Now, what they haven't announced yet is, are they going to be mic'd up? I personally, I'm only willing to pay for it if they're mic'd up. If Phil and Tiger are mic'd up and I can hear the shit talking, that's going to go back and forth because I think...
No. There won't be no shit talking. Not during... You're really not allowed to talk to your people that you're playing against.
But this isn't a PGA Tour event. This is just two guys playing golf.
True. Let's see here. $20. Also made the reference to the fact that Mickelson and Woods intend to play for even more than $9 million.
Oh yeah, so apparently they're gonna make
long
side
drive closest to the pin. So how much might Mickelson and Woods put on a single putt? 50 G's if you miss it. Wow.
I only care if I can hear them. From your standpoint, I understand you're a golf purist.
Yeah.
You appreciate the game for what it is, and this is just extra for you. For me, I love watching Tiger, but this is an element where this is a chance to see him in the element you're not going to see him in.
If you're a Tiger fan, you're like, fuck Phil. You know what I mean? He's always been Mr. Second Place. But if you're a Phil fan, you're like, dude, I want to see him beat Tiger. I mean, Phil Mickelson has had 6 second-place finishes in the U.S. Open. Never won it.
Right.
6 second place.
Heartbreaking.
That's a lot, dude.
Heartbreaking loss.
That's a lot of fucking second-place finishes.
Like 2 or 3 of those, he had it in the bag and just lost it.
I mean, $20 ain't shit. It's really not.
No. Grand scheme of things.
It's not like it's a fucking $120 Mayweather fight that you're paying to see him.
Refuse to pay now. Absolutely.
You're paying $120 for him to duck and dodge punches, and you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that much. I think it'll be... Plus, it sounds like they're going to make it a little more than just golf. Like, longest pin, closest to the pin, longest drive, all that stuff. Yeah. Longest putt. When we're mic'd on the course, it says they're going to be mic'd.
Beautiful. Then I'll buy it.
We're going to have little challenges. Let's say that can maybe get in each other's head. You have a downhill putt, I'll bet you 50 G's that you missed this.
I want to see how good of a shit talker Tiger Woods is.
I mean, see, it's going to be different for him because in a PGA tournament, I mean, you can talk to him, but you can't be about, that green sloping this way, you think, or
I'm coming.
Right. I mean, it's strictly looking at him. That's why the fist pump became so relevant for Tiger, because it's, you look at that opponent and say, bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean? All right, make that putt. Or you got to make this putt. Or now you got to hit this shot.
The Tiger fist pump is iconic. Because I feel like And this is just me hoping. I feel like Tiger is a master shit talker. I feel like he is. I feel like he's got that energy.
He's probably that corny, nerdy, white boy shit talker. You know what I mean?
100%. No, I feel like he's that off the course, but I feel like on the course is like, no, this is my shit.
No.
Like, this my shit.
I see Tiger as that corny, nerdy white boy trying to talk shit and just him being just corny.
Tiger's definitely corny, but he's one of the best golfers ever. So I'm actually looking forward to this. Now that you tell me that they are going to be mic'd up, I paid $20 for it. It's on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving weekend.
It's on November 23rd. So whatever that is, I don't know where my calendar is. Here it is. November 23rd is
the Friday after
Black Friday.
Yeah. So I'm not going shopping. I might as well watch that shit.
I'll probably be at fucking work.
Let's see. So you and me are high on that. I don't know where AK would sit on that, but Phil versus Tiger. If I have the opportunity, if I'm at the house, I'm probably gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, watch it, TiVo it. It'll be fun. So, any other sports topics you want to get to, my guy?
No, sir.
All right, we gotta wrap this up because your throat sounds like shit. My throat sounds like shit.
Yeah, I'm sick of talking. Sorry, guys.
One last thing, we're gonna wrap this up. Smack Talk Player of the Week. You got one ready?
Go ahead.
My Player of the Week is going to be Deshaun Watson. I'm not gonna discount the rest of the season that he's had. I'm not gonna discount the rest of the season that he's not had a good year. But Thursday Night Football, he had 5 touchdowns. He looked like the guy that broke onto the NFL scene early last season before he tore his ACL. Was it a product of him playing a bad Miami defense? Possibly.
Last week?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah. Was it a product of him playing a bad Miami defense? It could be, but anytime you see a young player bounce back and shine like that on a big stage like that, Thursday Night Football is a big stage. It's impressive and it needs to be applauded. So I don't have his numbers up here in front of me. I know he threw 5 touchdowns. I don't know how many yards he had. He was like 16 for 20. It wasn't. He didn't throw the ball a lot, but it was efficient.
Let's see. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, just hopefully, just for the sake of, I want to see young talented players
16 for 20, 240 yards, 5 touchdowns.
240 yards and 5 touchdowns. That don't even sound like those go together.
Nope.
But the shit happened.
Yep.
I watched it. So congratulations to him, man. Smack Talk Player of the Week. That's my guy. That's my guy for the week. Hopefully the young talented player can continue to improve on that, because when these young quarterbacks are able to sustain good play, that makes the entire league better, because nobody likes watching shitty football. We don't. So the more quality quarterbacks we have in the league, the better the overall product is. We don't want to see Blake Bortles out there on the field anymore. I mean that figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
So if Deshaun Watson can become a guy, if Mitchell Trubisky can become a guy, if Jared Goff has already become a guy, Carson Wentz has already become a guy, Cam Newton is a guy, Eli was a guy. Mm-hmm. Like those watching those guys play, it makes football way more enjoyable than watching Blake Bortles versus Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, Blake Bortles sucks.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He's officially about to lose his job.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. That defense is starting to fall apart a little bit, too.
The offense can't do them any favors.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, we talked about this with the Bears. When you're on the field constantly, you play like shit.
Like caca-poo-poo.
So, I mean, I think a lot of people are giving the defense shit, but it's like, yo, the time of possession that the offense has is crappy. What do you expect the defense to do? They're getting tired.
Right.
So there's that. Oh, all right, Joe. I'm going to let you get to it. Player of the week.
All right. I'm taking Zach LaVine.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, you ask me, I think we overpaid for him when we paid that $22.5 million.
It's early, but how you feeling about it?
It's early. I mean, fuck, dude. What was it? How many games did they play? 6 games?
Yeah.
5 games, over 30 points. 1 game at 27.
Yeah.
I mean, the team's not very good, but we're getting our money's worth.
Yeah, he's
You know what I
shooting the
mean?
ball at a high percentage.
It's just what I feel like is going to happen is when we are ready to contend, if we get to that point, is he going to be putting up numbers like that?
It's going to be
Because,
like the Jimmy
these
Butler
numbers
question.
are cool. They're awesome. You know, it's great to see, but it means nothing.
Yeah,
It means absolutely nothing.
scoring 30 on a team.
It's like
that's
a garbage
not
time
contending,
touchdown. Who gives a
100%.
shit?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, they'll let you get your buckets. They know
what I mean?
you're not going to win the game.
Right.
Yeah. It was kind of the same question with Jimmy. It's like, okay, when the team's ready to contend, is Jimmy going to be here? We obviously know the answer to that
Right.
question now, and now it's getting to the point is that's the question with Zach LaVine. And the difference between Zach and Jimmy is Zach LaVine don't play defense.
Nope.
He don't even try to play defense.
Nope.
Him and Jabari Parker on the court together, defensively challenged. I'm willing to shoot Parker some bail because he's had some leg
2
injuries.
ACLs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and Zach LaVine is that. Yeah, no, they're the all no defense team.
All no diva. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, injuries suck. Torn ACLs. I would never want to have to go through that. You know what I mean? Especially seeing this fucking asshole go through that shit and just like not doing shit. I mean, you can't do anything. But for these players that have ass loads of money, there's almost no reason nowadays why you can't return to 100%.
Yeah, it's all mental.
I mean, that is, yeah, but in basketball and football, that torn ACL is tough
Yeah, I agree.
because there's so much lateral movement.
Like, this is how pussy I am. When AK tore his ACL, like in my head, I was like, I'm officially like never getting back on the court. Like, this shit's done. Like, it was already not gonna happen. But I saw him, I was like, damn.
I'm probably just gonna strictly keep it to softball, bro. At this point, run around the bases a little bit, and that might be it.
It's like, damn, bro, you out of work for how long?
Yeah, it's to the point for him now, though. He's just waiting on his dispatcher to give him hours, so
Yeah.
he's pretty much right there. But second week of June, you're talking 5 months. About to be 5 months.
Can't do it.
That's a long fucking time,
a long
dude.
fucking time, dude.
You know what I mean? It's a long time.
That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna. Like, I'm
real.
not making it to the league. Oh fuck, I'm not making it to the league at this point. I'm not making it to
And
the
then
league.
it makes you think,
association,
like,
the show, nothing.
It makes you think that these players that are 27, 28, it's like, damn, bro, my shit hurt now. You got to be
Hey, I'm out here applauding. It's like, yo, y'all,
for real.
y'all killing it, bro.
Especially the Tom Brady, 41 years old, still playing fucking football.
No, your ass hurt
Shit.
on Monday morning.
I would have retired, goddammit. Fuck this. I won 5 rings. Fuck y'all. Tom Brady won 5 rings.
Yeah, Tom Brady won
I'm
5
out
rings.
this bitch. I'm going to go bang my hot ass wife and keep eating this tofu. Get the fuck on.
This motherfucker don't eat strawberries. You know what? I think him and AK would get along great. Minus AK being a Giants fan.
They fucking would get along tremendously well. I would definitely not want to be in the room for any of those conversations. Fucking weirdos.
It's like, yeah, they don't get it. You don't eat strawberries because of this.
It's like, yeah, man, I don't use a microwave either.
Wait, AK doesn't use a microwave?
I don't use one either.
We not okay. Like y'all afraid of radiation poisoning?
Nah, bro, it kills all the nutrients in your food.
So how do you
Unless you're eating food that doesn't have nutrients in it, like Hot Pockets, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay. But we don't consume Hot Pockets anymore.
Dion does. You ain't gonna tell me Dion don't
all
eat
this
Hot
motherfucker
Pockets.
eat is Hot Pockets and frozen pizzas.
I know. I know Dion just as well as you do.
And gained a pound. I fucking hate
Ever.
that dude.
Dude been 168 since fucking 8th grade.
I've been cooking these healthy ass meals for the last like 4 months.
No, I don't like that. That shit don't. No, it looked like it got pepper on it. I don't want none of that.
This motherfucker wouldn't even look at broccoli.
I believe it. Nah, that shit, nah, it don't look good. That shit look like my hair. I don't want to eat that. Nah, you put salt on that shit, bro. I don't want none of that.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I've given up on cooking for my friends. I think everybody can fuck off.
Fuck it.
All right, I think we're done. I'm getting a little delusional.
Yeah, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, we're gonna just do what we got to do. All right. Fuck, I got nothing to plug. I got nothing to talk about. Leonard Fournette is expected to return from hamstring injury after Week 9 bye. There you go.
I will say this though, we are gonna have some new followers here. A lot of people have been asking about my podcast. down in Springfield.
Let's go, man. Smack Talk, leave it on the court. Shout out to everybody that supported the show to this point. If you've made it to this far in the podcast, we appreciate you. Thank you for going through with me and Joe's very shitty voice. This is the week that I needed AK here to talk more than ever.
I know. Me too.
Playing hurt, but hey, it is
straight up.
All right.
Like, hey, here, AK, you got lead mic today. Just don't stop talking.
Gotta shut him up sometimes anyway. All right. This has been another episode of Smack Talk. Leave it on the court. Thank you, guys.